Today, we'll check out the best 1440p monitors you can get your hands on in 2024 in every resolution and price range. We'll keep the same dynamics as the 240Hz list with this one, covering everything from the budget to the top-tier class. Remember, the best prices for these monitors are in the links in the description, so let's dive right in. Top 7, coming as no surprise to anyone. In the top 7 spot, we have one of the most obvious choices for affordable 1440p monitors, the Dell G2724D. Ever since the M27QX started leaving the shelves, this one has been rising in popularity and slowly taking its place, to the point that it is considered right now one of the cheapest 1440p monitors you can afford. As expected, it doesn't have any standout features, keeping the basics for what its price limits. It has an IPS panel, granting vibrant and nice colors for immersive gameplay, even though it only covers up to 99% of the sRGB color gamut. Because of that, don't expect it to have the best HDR performance and to be the most vibrant monitor you're going to get. But for SDR content, it'll be fine. Next, to aid with immersion, it has a 165Hz refresh rate paired with 1ms GTG and FreeSync Plus with G-Sync compatibility, which results in very smooth and smear-free gameplay. Ghosting is still perceptible on this monitor. However, it is without a doubt the one with the lowest ghosting you'll find in this price range. It is also one of the brighter displays in this price tag, coming with 400 nits, which will give you glare-free images even in well-lit rooms during the day. I know, those are great features and all, but you know what's even better? Its price. You can often find it on sale for around $200, which is a steal if I say so myself. So yeah, if you want to save money and still get a great 1440p monitor, this is the one for you. Top 6. Now, if you are willing to go past the $200 threshold and get a more future-proof monitor with better features, the LG 27GL850 might be the one you should go for. It is better in every way compared to the Dell G2724D, except for the brightness, which is about the same or a little bit less bright. It has better colors, providing a higher color gamut of DCI-P3 98%, which makes the images much more vibrant and vivid, even though some people prefer more natural colors. It also has better speed, being much more suitable for competitive gaming with 165Hz, while 240Hz is still the most recommended refresh rate for this type of use. When you pair 165Hz and a very fast response time, we can't deny how seamless and smooth fast-paced gameplay becomes. With this monitor, you'll find it much harder to see motion blur, even when playing FPS games. Aside from that, it has much better materials, featuring borderline premium plastic and design. You're going to be paying about $80 more for this one, though it is easy to find it on sale for around $40 less. So if you need the best cost-benefit SDR 1440p right now, this is the one. Top 5. As it stands right now, the AOC Q27G3XMN is definitely the best HDR monitor you can get under the $300 price range. It is also one of the few in this price range that actually has true HDR capabilities. As its main standout features, it has mini LED backlighting, which allows it to be insanely bright, and a great local dimming feature, enhancing the deep blacks next to the brighter highlights, which in turn are features that massively aid HDR performance. Now, I know this is a VA panel, which is not really a fan favorite due to its lower viewing angles and color performance, but trust me when I say that the features I just mentioned can really compensate. The colors are great, though not as great as those of IPS panels, but you can tweak them to be a bit more vivid, which will help a lot. Besides that, it also is incredibly fast for a VA panel, with a 180Hz refresh rate and 1ms GTG response time, though I wouldn't recommend it for competitive gaming due to its black smearing, which even being quite subsided can be really distracting during fast-paced gameplay. But yeah, comparatively, this is a better monitor than the last one. It has better features and prices are about the same. Having said that, if you don't care about HDR and want the best SDR monitor in this price range, go for the LG 27GL850. However, if you play a lot of story-heavy games and want a great HDR experience while paying less, you won't miss the mark with this one. Top 4. On the 4th spot, we have yet another well-known display that doesn't fail to hit everyone's lists, the MSI G274QPX. This monitor has shown a very steep decrease in its price recently, to the point that it is almost reaching the $200 mark, making it one of the cheapest 240Hz 1440p monitors you can find to date. As you can guess by its refresh rate alone, it is a more gaming-focused screen, being almost twice as fast as the previous monitor on this list. With its IPS panel and a very fast response time, you won't have to worry about ghosting. Plus, Plus, there are also the vibrant colors its IPS panel provides with its 98% DCI-P3 gamut and 8-bit plus FRC display colors, making the gameplay even more immersive together with its great 1440p resolution. Now, while it does have decent peak brightness, it's worth mentioning that it isn't nearly as good in this aspect as the last monitor, and due to its IPS panel, it can become a double-edged sword under some circumstances. For example, when playing in a dark room, the higher you set the brightness, the more IPS glow will be displayed. So, if you plan to get this one but mainly play in a dark room, I recommend either lowering the brightness or checking out the previous or the next monitor on this list. Before we move on, I'd like to mention the M27QX, which is also a great choice and even better than this one, but it is often $90 more expensive, which just isn't worth it. Top 3. Before we get to the most expensive choices in this list, let's first keep things still kind of budget-friendly in a way with the LG 27GR95QEB. This is surely not the most affordable monitor on this list, but it is indeed one of the cheapest 1440p OLEDs you're going to find right now. Currently, it's around $600, but it's not rare to find it going for the 500s. As for its plus points, we all know OLEDs at this point, the inky blacks, per pixel local dimming for great HDR performance, and awesome speed. Make gaming in this type of panel a delight and an experience that'd make you never want to go back to the standard panels like IPS and VA. It also has 240 Hz of refresh rate, which is the minimum you'd expect for a monitor with this price, but it is indeed an awesome feature to have. If you pair that with its absurdly fast response time speeds of around 0.03 ms, we can confidently say that this is the fastest monitor in this list so far. Of course, not everything is perfect, and there are some downsides you should keep in mind, like the risk of burn-in, but at least LG gives the consumer a 2-year burn-in warranty. In any case, this is definitely my favorite design for monitors in this price range, with its borderless bezels and sleek overall style, though I do find the stand to be a tad too space-consuming. Anyway, having finished the budget choices, let's move on to the higher-end picks. Top 2. And here we have it, the pinnacle of OLED 1440p monitors, one that is actually considered one of the best monitors of all time, the Alienware AW2725DF. There's only one thing that this monitor does worse than the top choice on this list, but we'll get to that in a bit. First, let's discuss what makes this monitor exceptional. The Alienware AW2725DF features an OLED panel just like the previous monitor, but there is a significant difference. This one is QD OLED, while the other is WOLED. QD OLED sacrifices better reflection handling for a more vibrant presentation and improved text clarity with its glossy coating, and it is currently the preferred choice. On the other hand, WOLEDs are better for brighter rooms with their superior reflection handling, but are somewhat lacking in immersion due to their matte coating. Of course, QD OLEDs are currently more expensive than WOLEDs. Additionally, Dell ensured that this monitor comes with excellent factory calibration, making it the best option for professional use on this list. With its 10-bit colors and 99.3% DCI-P3 gamut paired with the pre-calibration, there's not much better you can get at this price point in terms of color accuracy. The near infinite contrast is impressive. HDR is outstanding with 1000 nits peak brightness, and it's absurdly fast with 360 Hz refresh rate and 0.03 ms response time, among other features. Honestly, if you don't mind the price and need the best of the best, this is the monitor to choose. However, if you do care about cost, there is one more option for you. Top 1. And as my top choice for the best 1440p monitors list, we have the MSI MPG271QRX. Now, I know there's not a huge difference between this and the last monitor, but hear me out. When you get to the top tier, the differences between models get pretty small, but even small differences can affect the price a lot. The MSI MPG271QRX is currently $70 cheaper than the Alienware AW2725DF, but we'll get into why in a bit. First, let's talk about this monitor's features. Both monitors have the same panel, so you get the same QD OLED glossy coating. With a 360 Hz refresh rate, fast response times, awesome HDR performance, and 1000 nits peak brightness. Plus, it has great color performance with 10-bit color and 99% DCI-P3 coverage. The main difference is that the factory calibration isn't as good as Dell's, which is probably why it's cheaper. But honestly, you probably won't notice this unless you compare them side by side, and even then, it's hard to spot unless you're really paying attention. I still think the Alienware is the best for professional media work because those small differences can matter, but for everyday use, it's not a game changer. To top it off, this monitor has better connectivity with a KVM switch and a 90 watts USB-C port. Considering it's cheaper and often goes on sale, there's not much reason to pick the other one unless they're the same price in your area. So check their prices in the description links before you buy. So what do you think of today's list? Drop a comment if you have any questions or if you agree or disagree with any of the monitors we covered. Check out the description for the best prices on these monitors, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video.